Broadcasting live from Halifax, Nova Scotia, this is the Wrestlecentre Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to the Wrestlecentre Podcast. Dave Boyce here. We are joined by Justin Parsons, Cody as always.
The one and only.
Missing Sean Ritchie. Where the hell is that guy?
Flatley. Who's this guy? Do we know who he is? I don't even know anymore.
No, he's like a basketball star.
I thought I knew who he was, but apparently he's too busy plugging some other program. I don't know. I think, do you shoot hoops or something?
I don't know. Hangs out with the cheerleaders.
It is what it is, I guess.
He is going to join us momentarily. We're going to talk about the anniversary show coming up and a few things regarding Wrestlecentre. But on top of everything, the big news, Mick Foley, the WWE Hall of Famer, hardcore legend, three-time world champion, he is coming to Wrestlecentre. What do you think about that?
Let's be honest. The day of when they did announcement, I just still didn't know. Like I said, normally I'm the guy that goes pick up the talent and stuff like that. Still didn't know. Buck Jason, and he was even surprised that Sean didn't even tell me. Because me and Sean are good buddies, but Sean really kept it good, you know what I mean? And good for him because, you know, it really kept the mystique of it, and I was super excited. And Mick Foley. Yeah,
well, Sean actually learned the day we shot Promo Center at the Forum, so he didn't even know until the cameras were rolling, so it was kind of a cool moment. But yeah, Mick Foley coming. Lord knows what he's going to do, but I can't wait. He's a legend in the sport.
It's huge. It's just huge. Like, let's be honest. Like, we've had Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, Petey Williams, Cole Cabana, Bobby Roode. Who am I forgetting? Sorry?
Michael Elgin.
Michael Elgin. Sorry, I feel bad now that you know what I mean? We've had so many names here. And now we're bringing in Mick Foley?
Yeah,
that's pretty huge.
It is huge. Hall of Famer, like I said before, he was got the rock and sock connection.
Everything, anything from the Attitude Era, he was involved in it one way or the other.
Yeah. Also, we announced the big VIP. It sold out within 2 or 3 days. So the fans are going to get a chance to meet and greet them, get a chance to get their own Mr. Sacco created in front of them by Mick Foley, signed. We're going to have the intimate Q&A with Mick Foley where the fans will be sitting right there at ringside.
I am super jealous of you and Paul or Sean or whoever he is now these days. I'm super jealous of both of you guys just for the simple fact that you guys get to be out there with him. Well, I'm sure I'll be running around doing something. I don't know what I'll be doing.
You may actually get in contact with Foley first because you usually go pick them up at their hotels and stuff. So, you know, you could be sitting out in the parking lot, your door's going to open, and in your car comes Mick Foley.
It's happened a couple of times with some of the other talent, and it's been nerve-wracking. At the same time, it's also been very appreciative that the fact that the owners of the company trust me to do this. If I get the chance to pick up Mick Foley from the airport,
you'll have your own intimate Q&A with him.
Yeah, exactly. It's normally about 40 minutes from the airport into town, and that's doing speed limit with lights and everything like that. I might drag it out to about 2 hours. Who knows? We don't know.
Just take him on a tour around Halifax.
Yeah, just take him to Peggy's Cove. You know, Peggy's Cove's a nice spot. Yeah, take him right there, show him that everything was good.
Perfect. I don't know how the Q&A is going to work, but I think what I've been told is Paul is going to be in the ring with mic in hand with Mick Foley. I will be out in the crowd handing the mic. They get to ask their one question. Hopefully, they don't ask about Hell in a Cell.
Don't ask that. Ask that shit.
I mean, this is your one opportunity, fans, to talk and ask Mick Foley something that try to think of a question that he's never been asked.
Talk to Mick Foley like it's somebody that you think that you know. Obviously, you don't. but you think that you know him, just talk to him.
Yeah.
You might get something out of him that you've never heard before.
If you had one question, what would you ask him?
You know what? I'd love for Shauna Paula Shan to be here right now, and I'm sure we'll talk about this afterwards. But
he's gonna appear at any moment. I have a feeling.
Boom.
There, he's gonna be right there.
But I'm a huge Edge fan, and that whole angle he did with Edge was amazing.
The WrestleMania moment,
that whole thing was just perfectly and beautifully well done. But also, the Rock and Sock connection. Just who came up with it, who defined it, who really tightened all that up. Was it the higher ups? Was it Rock and Sock?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, who really truly came up with that, and who tightened that whole angle up? Because that's pure money. You know what I mean?
I think This Is Your Life Rock is still to this day the highest rated segment in Raw history, which speaks volumes because there was a lot of stuff that happened on Raw.
Exactly. It was beautiful.
Yeah. My question would be the night that Mick Foley won the world title for the very first time. Stone Cold came in, whacked The Rock with a chair, put Foley on top of him, and Foley was right by The Rock's ear.
Earshot.
Yeah, I just want to know if he said anything to The Rock, or one of those intimate. Is it just between the two of them? But I know something was said. It was such a huge moment, so I think I would ask him that.
Yeah.
On our Facebook page, we also asked fans what their favorite Mick Foley persona was. Cactus Jack was number 1, Mankind 2, and Dude Love 3. Do you agree with that? What was your favorite persona?
I loved Mankind when he was that deep, dark guy. And then when he made that transition to that goofy, and he had all that fun.
Yeah.
Just like Edge. Loved him when he didn't talk. When he never said a word. And then as soon as he spoke, the crowd went nuts.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that if you can range from that dark, mysterious person to that funny go-getter, you know what I mean? If you can range all that, you're golden with me. I think there's so many people that can do that.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you got Mick Foley, you got Edge, you got CM Punk. Like there's certain people. Chris Jericho. And there's definitely more people that we can sit here and talk about.
Yeah.
But there's so many of those people that can do that don't get the credit for that.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Mick Foley was at a point in his career where his body was kind of banged up. So instead of taking some time off, he just kind of adapted and
why not?
Do Love.
Exactly. Why not?
Stuck a sock out of his pants and made millions doing that.
Adapt and overcome.
Yep. Yep, you don't have to be chucked off a cage every night. Like,
you know what? I know everyone's talked about getting chucked off the cage, but what about the conversation just before that where it led up to, hey, maybe when we get up there, then we'll do this.
Right.
Where did that come from? How did it evolve to that? We all know that the conversation that happened about it, but the evolution of the talk where it progressed to that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there were certain people saying, okay, you're getting up on the top. Okay, you're going to do this. You're really going to throw him? Like...
And I put Mick Foley in a few people that I call, maybe royalty, but like the Ric Flairs, the Hulk Hogan's, the Undertaker's. No. Mick Foley's there. Like some of the fans very few are complaining that, we're not bringing in a worker. But it's Mick Foley. Like he's he's an icon. He's an iconic figure in wrestling.
If we brought in a full card where it was Mick Foley, Ric Flair, Edge, Stone Cold, Rock, do you want me to keep going? Yeah. If we brought a full card, it's not about anything like that. It's these men, and we can go farther back from them, created this industry.
Yeah.
So if we brought in a full card where it was just Hall of Famers and soon-to-be Hall of Famers, Are you not going to come?
Mm.
Are you not going to support it?
He's so entertaining that he just has to come out the ring and talk.
No,
I'm sold.
he just needs to come out and make the pop, and I'm not going to say it, and any true fan knows what the pop is.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait.
It's going to happen. It's going to be beautiful, and everyone's going to love it and appreciate it and respect it, and that's what it is about.
And he's not coming just to do that.
Oh, I'm sure he has an agenda. I'm sure Mick Foley's not going to come here just to have a bit of fun. I'm pretty sure he's heard about us, and especially from Christopher Daniels, and especially Lance Storm.
Yeah,
he's definitely coming here to have an agenda.
March the 5th. It's on a Thursday night, 1 year anniversary. I mean, we have Christopher Daniels, Colt Cabana.
Wait, Thursday?
Thursday? We need to make our own commercial, like the put Paul on the couch. Christopher Daniels, Colt Cabana, and Mick Foley, all on one show, plus all the Wrestlecentre roster, which are just awesome.
Come on, Double XL, Mr. Schwab, Julian,
Shane Stevens.
As much as I hate to admit it, James Carr, Tommy Starr,
yep,
Dylan Sharp. We can go down the whole roster. We're done. And who cares about heel faction? Because let's be honest, Matt Bolin and Titus, they think they're hot shit, and let's push them aside.
He said it, not me, you guys. Christopher Daniels will be defending his title against Riddick Stone, another massive, talented.
Big Stone.
Yep.
That's got to be a challenge.
Yep. And again, the other two title matches, you already said Marcus Burke. Lincoln Steen, he's facing Lincoln Steen, another popular.
Right?
Yep.
Mr. Schwab, all cut, perfect, going to the barbershop, look at hair done.
Mr. Schwab.
All nice and tight.
Lincoln Steen, the opposite.
Yeah, complete contrast right there.
Greaser James Carr versus Nick Diggs in a Falls Count Anywhere match, which you know is not going to happen in the ring. I'm guessing.
Dave, can you edit out words? Can you put a beep or something? Okay, James Carr.
I can't.
That's all I've got to say.
Change your lips though.
Oh, that's okay. He can read my lips all he wants.
Why
but yeah. Fuck that guy. You'll see coming up on Voltage.
Exclusive. Breaking
you'll
news.
see coming
James
up.
Carr pissed off
I
Justin.
think it's like 2 weeks.
Voltage is such a reality-based program.
Yeah, well, pissing me off. We gotta have him on as a guest sometime. Not in the same area.
He has suggested that he would like to be on the podcast. So, and just
well,
go ahead.
We just need to. Well, we need to find a time that'll work for his bodyguard, Tommy Starr. As I understand it, he's almost at the hospital nightly, looking after his sick father, who we still don't know the diagnosis. The doctors are still baffled, and he seems to be making no progress towards recovery. So, damn,
he must
this
be at like general
system
hospital
of ours.
Oh
yeah, which Xanax male nurse is looking after him?
Just remind me too. I know we promised that we're gonna have Double XL on for an interview. We actually did it before Christmas. We had some technical difficulty. Plus, you guys weren't there, so I think everything happens for a reason.
I tried.
We're gonna redo it with all of us. So look for that. It's James Carr, Double XL. We'll have all kinds of guests. Colt Cabana is finally coming back to face Tommy Starr. Your favorite, Sean.
Now, I just picked up on something here. 1 year anniversary show, a lot of big surprises. Mick Foley's coming in, and Dave Boyce just said, finally, 1, 2, 3, finally.
That's what I put.
Colt Cabana's coming back. Is The Rock coming in tow with Mick Foley? Dave Boyce, your mannerisms and your speech there make me think so. Let's get this going on the internet. Let's hit all the dirt sheets. The Rock, Halifax Forum Multipurpose Center, Thursday, March 5th for Wrestlecentre's anniversary show. And I coming to call out Jackson Fury.
And then the fans will go, support local wrestling. We don't want The Rock.
Just support wrestling in general. It doesn't have to be local, international, anything like that. Just support it.
Exactly. Colt Cabana is coming back finally. The last time the airport caught on fire.
That's right.
Likely excuse, but it happened. But one show, Colt Cabana, Christopher Daniels, and Mick Foley, plus the Wrestlecentre roster. I mean, it's a can't miss show.
Seems pretty stacked.
Yep. Today it was announced another match. Matt Bullen representing heel factions taking on, and I'm so proud to say this, the Red Dragon, Shane Stevens.
What happened to the man of 1,000 nicknames? His New Year's resolution came true. He finally picked one. Nice.
No more HOA.
That's why they were chirping each other on the internet. I didn't know what was going on there, and I guess Matt got in Tyler's ear and demanded to have a match with Shane. So
Matt Bullen is a sick individual.
He owns Piranhas now.
He owns. That's what I was going to say.
He's a nice guy.
We have cats.
Yeah.
He has pet piranhas, 3 of them.
Cats are dicks.
He was telling me the other day how he feeds them. He just throws, he had a mouse, drops it in the tank, and the piranhas all go up individually. And
it's the circle of life.
It's a circle of life.
Play that song in the background while that's going on.
So that's it so far for the March 5th show. It's going to be a very busy day, especially where the VIP come in so early, 5 o'clock, right?
Yep.
We also have
It's going to be a long day.
You're right. Hopefully we'll get the ring up the day before.
We will.
Yeah. So that's it for the anniversary show. Get your tickets. VIP are sold out. That didn't take long.
Nope.
You should be able to see the posters around town soon, and tell your friends. It's going to be a hell of a show.
For sure.
Hell of a show. Speaking of show, Wrestlecentre Voltage was on this week, and we can finally talk about the ladder match.
Finally.
Did you guys watch Voltage?
Yeah.
No.
It was awesome. Top to bottom. Sean.
Your commentary sucked.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
did commentary, so I technically did watch Voltage before it came out. No, wait. We do the commentary live. So I was able to see Voltage in its entirety back in the day. Yeah, but if you go back and watch the 2 matches that I was able to provide color commentary to, a fun drinking game is to take a shot every time that I say or because you will be plastered by the end of the Tommy Star Double XL match. It's something I picked up on when I watched it back. So if you're bored on a Friday or Saturday night.
That was a really good match, actually. That was the one with Double XL did the double diving through the ropes. Yeah. Good match. And, of course, the ladder match was fun to rewatch. Mm-hmm. With commentary, too. It just added to it. And then they did the whole replay.
The replay and that camera that was on top.
Who hung that?
Whose idea was that?
I remember the guy on top of the ladder hanging it. He was scared shitless.
Yeah, he was.
So you can imagine Marcus Burke up there and them swinging. And
oh, they're talented individuals, that's for sure.
It was an awesome match. So Voltage, you can see it on Bell Community 1. Yeah. What else would we like to talk about? I want to discuss the Facebook.
Yeah, you got a big smile on your face, so let's go with what you want at this point.
All right, so on Facebook, I think it started last night and today, some fan just randomly said, "Oh, if you're booking Wrestlecentre, which indie wrestler would you like to book?" Pretty simple question, but as usual on Facebook, all hell broke loose, and they talked about everything but. So before we go to the debate, if you guys were booking Wrestlecentre, what indie star out there right now would you book?
Young Bucks.
Young Bucks. That's what I would say.
Edit out the long silence.
No, I don't edit nothing out. Including.
Well, I mean, would you really book the Young Bucks though? Because there's no tag division. So and let's call a spade here. Let's call a Damien spade a spade. Wrestlecentre and Voltage is pretty much structured as episodic wrestling.
Yeah.
It's not like one-off type shows. They have a structure, they have continuing storylines, and unless they've got a big plan for a tag team division, does it have any merit to bring in the Young Bucks?
As a fan in me will want to see Young Bucks.
Yeah, me too.
Okay?
But if you're booking, you can't think like a fan. You have to think like somebody who wants to make money on a show.
Me and Justin are being schooled right now.
I went to a Fusion Halifax event last night. I was around young business people. I'm ready to take WrestleCentre international. GFW's calling. Let's co-brand. They can show the March 5th show on pay-per-view. We'll get Jim Ross and Matt Stryker to do the commentary. Oh, it'll be great. Nakamura will be there. It'll be fantastic.
Listen, we don't need commentators because you and Jason do a great job. I tell Jason all the time, Jason's great on doing commentary.
Nobody on Facebook has slammed my commentary yet. I'm sure after this they will. But so, yeah, I'm doing an okay job, I think.
But the Young Bucks, I mean, you could bring them in. I guess we could. I mean, we got some guys that you could just throw Christ.
That's
Sharp, Nick Diggs, like they could all.
No, that's not the issue at all.
Stevens.
The WrestleCentre roster is incredibly talented, and
it's just storyline wise.
Yeah, it's just because Cole Cabana came in and they've carried that over since that event was July. They've carried that over for close to 10 months now. So would they? Are we thinking just a one-off thing?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like,
I'm sure Mick Foley's not just coming to stand in the middle of the ring, say thanks for having me, and wave. I'm sure something will happen.
No.
I'm sure somebody will come out and do something.
Right. I mean, we're talking with the company that brought AJ Styles in just to walk out, and then he came back, 2 weeks later. Like, anything can happen at WrestleCentre.
Ricochet.
I believe you mean Prince Puma.
Alberto Del Rio.
El Patron.
El Patron.
El Patron. He just signed with Underground.
Yeah. In terms of just like working ability, there's you really can't go wrong with whoever's out there right now. Exactly. Trevor Lee, AR Fox, ACH, Chris Hero, Adam Cole, Bebe. All these guys would be great to have in.
Yeah.
Just who can you get for that won't hurt your bottom line?
Was it Kenny Omega?
Kenny Omega, yeah.
Kenny Omega,
Kenny Omega would be massive.
Like Sean said, you could pick anybody out there that's out there now that's working the the PWG, the ROH, the New Japan, anything like that. New Japan's not indie, but it's got a lot of those stars that are down there.
Right.
You can pick anybody that's half internet famous, and of course bring them in. Let our guys go with them because our guys can hang with them.
Yeah, of course. So getting back now to the debate that blew up. It was, of course, everyone started saying, you shouldn't bring anybody in. It should be support local talent, support the local wrestlers only, which I have a problem with. Here's why.
Because you hate Jackson Fury, that's why.
Love Jackson Fury.
It all goes back to Jackson Fury.
Bringing in someone like an AJ Styles for your first show, bringing in Mick Foley for a show, to me is supporting local wrestling because someone walking down the street who didn't know WrestleCentre was happening last May, seen a poster with AJ Styles on it, they said, shit, I love AJ Styles. I'm going to go to the show. Then they're introduced to a James Carr, to a Marcus Burke, to all our local guys, and they fall in love with these guys.
Yeah.
That's supporting the local guys.
Yeah.
I made that
point. I'm not dissing the guys by saying we can't just put them on a poster. But I know all kinds of people are coming to the Mick Foley show to see Mick because it's Mick Foley. They've never been to a WrestleCentre show. But I know, looking at the card, they're going to fall in love with all the local guys, and then they're going to come back.
Every time that we at the end of a show, like one of my friends will come up and they'll be like, "Oh, I brought along my buddy that's not into wrestling, and now he can't wait to come back." Or one of them brought their girlfriends that hates wrestling, that hates the main stuff on TV, can't wait to come back. And that's what it is. So you bring in these international stars, whatever you want to call them. And one, like you said, it brings in the fans that don't know that local wrestling is growing here. And two, it helps the people that they're having the match with grow as well.
Right.
Right? You're getting a new person and they've never worked before. They get to grow with, learn stuff. So I don't see any, out of the whole roster, every show, like what, 98% of the show is local.
Right.
So it's not that we're not supporting local. You know what I mean? What was it? The oh my God, Lance Storm and Christopher Daniels match.
Right.
We were the only indie wrestling show in North America that night.
Right.
Where were all the eyes on? Us.
Right.
So they watched those guys, but they also watched the other matches.
Exactly. And like even like on Twitter, like when I tweet, Christopher Daniels and Lance Storm are going to be on Voltage this week. Well, people that have followed those two are going to watch Voltage, and then they're also now going to see, James Carr or Matt Bullen, or, the local guys.
Yeah, any of the local guys, exactly.
So I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we could run a show without any of the stars. Now, I think Wrestlecentre has the brand, and it's well known, and we have a fan base. And if we decided to have a show, and Christopher Daniels is not here tonight, and it's just the local guys, I think it would go just as well.
Yeah.
But that being said, bring in someone like Mick Foley. Like I have people at my work that have never gone to wrestling for years, but they know Mick Foley, and they all bought VIP tickets. So now they're going to be there, and they're going to see Marcus Burke, Julian Young, Titus, all the local guys.
Yeah.
And I know they're going to go, wow, this shit's great. To me, that's supporting local wrestling. But, Sean, what are you thinking?
If we're just focusing on that debate about which independent guy to bring in, I'm just going to think about it from a business standpoint. And, bringing in somebody like a Mick Foley, to me, is the way to go. Yep, he's not going to be able to, have a match in the ring with one of the local guys. But at this point, we've stressed it time and time again on this show, is that the Wrestlecentre roster is talented enough.
Right.
It's just getting more people into the door. Because, I mean, consistently, about 350, would you say, on average for the shows? 300, 350?
Yeah.
Come and see the product every month, every 2 months, or in this case, every, 4 or 5 months that we run, or that Wrestlecentre runs a show, which is great. But I'm sure the gentlemen that promote it would like it to grow to hit, 6, 7, maybe even 1,000 people coming to see their shows. And to do that, they need to get more than just the hardcore wrestling fan in. And I as talented as, as a fan, I would love to see the Young Bucks live in Halifax, but bringing in a Mick Foley, I think, is the smarter move at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
He could be the difference between that 350 and maybe that 450 that they get on Thursday, March 5th. And from there, those extra 100 fans see Nick Diggs, Dean Fisk, Tommy Starr, James Carr. They all love it, and they come back for
They're going to come back
an April or May show and see,
right.
That's the local guys can carry the company for sure. We just need to get more people in the door to see local guys performing, so that
it's good. It's a good way to promote.
It is.
You know who I would try and bring in for March 5th is Mike Savage. I would harass his office, the mayor, and say, here is a company that's operated in Halifax for a year. Consistently drawn well, a live entertainment show that employs local Nova Scotian and New Brunswick workers. I'd sell it as that. You've got this whole Be Bold strategy now for Halifax that costs $300,000 to do the market research on. It's 2 friggin' words.
Yeah.
Here's 4 free tickets for you and 3 of your staff members or 3 of your council buddies or whatever. Come and see what we're doing for your city. Come and see how we are entertaining the people of Nova Scotia. And, maybe they can get excited about it, and Wrestlecentre can grow within the city and not just in the wrestling community.
I reached out to him via Twitter when we brought in Bobby Roode, because it was a big homecoming Halifax, he coming back to Halifax. And I thought, that'd be kind of cool to get the mayor just to even retweet something or not, but he didn't. But maybe we'll go after him for
Absolutely.
And again, going back to like say the Young Bucks and all the hardcore fans are screaming for like guys like that. That's great for the fan, the current fan. So, but if you are walking down the street and see a poster with the Young Bucks on it, you're not going to really, if you were a wrestling fan from the past, you're not really going to notice it as opposed to you're bringing in someone like Mick Foley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for the people that are the very few that are complaining like that we're not bringing in someone that can actually work, it's Mick Foley. Would they say that if we brought in the Undertaker? Well, why are they bringing the Undertaker and he can't wrestle anymore? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to me, it's Mick Foley is like royalty.
Well, and a lot of the people that were watching Mick Foley at the height of his popularity in the Attitude Era, were presumably in their early to late teens. So it stands to reason now that they have families. They have younger kids who they will potentially bring, guys like Dave Boyce, who can potentially bring their families to the show and get them hooked.
Right.
Again, not trying to kiss ass to whoever makes these decisions, but from a strictly red and black bottom line, I think it's the way to go right now.
Right. I'm just that whole hashtag support local wrestling. It's really vague. We are supporting local wrestling, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly, and that's just that's why I don't even bother with it anymore. Like, it's just what it is. What it is. Like, people are going to say what they want to say. I just got to throw it there. After Sean just went all political, and I don't do politics.
You clearly don't do business either, because are you talking about the Mike Savage thing?
Yeah, the Mike Savage thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I just don't do politics. Maybe I should get into it a little bit. Though.
I just
I don't know.
None of the word mean anything.
I don't know. I got to throw it there that the Double XL needs to make those underoos. Sorry to switch completely.
Wow.
Yeah, we're switching that up. It just popped into my head, and Chris Cass definitely tweeted out to us, and he wanted us to mention it. I think it's money. I think it's money.
We should have a fan as a guest on one of our podcasts. That'd be fun.
Who would we have first?
I'd
want Landon.
Landon?
Yeah. That kid's awesome. I don't care what anybody says or thinks or anything like that. That kid is awesome, and
he just recently entered the Who Wants to Be on a Poster contest too.
Put him on, book him.
Hates you, Justin.
What?
He told me he hates you in a conversation that I just made up.
No.
Landon, if you want to be a guest on the Wrestlecentre podcast, get a hold of one of us.
Yep. Now we're gonna have all the fans messaging us. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, just message Justin. Yeah, we already talked about the whole major announcement night on Facebook. That was fun. Me and Justin are going to Vegas.
Oh yeah. I got to book a ticket, but I am going.
Have you bought your ticket yet?
I'm not buying you a ticket.
No, I said, have you bought your ticket yet?
Oh, no, I'm going to do it. I've got to go to work for about a week and a half. And then when I come back from that, I'll book the ticket.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to Vegas. A few of the Wrestlecentre guys are going to Vegas for the Cauliflower Alley convention, which is going to be really fun.
Cauliflower Alley Club. Get it together.
I always drop the club word. We're going to mix and mingle with some of the legends of wrestling and pass the good word around about Wrestlecentre.
Well, surely you guys will have T-shirts and Wrestlecentre business cards that you hand out to these people.
I don't know if a certain owner of the company is listening and watching.
He's not.
I doubt it.
Right, he's not.
We'll message him and tell him to get us that stuff ready to go.
I just want to quickly just mention too, on a sad note, over the holidays we lost Frank Parker. He was a maritime referee for years and years and years. We actually had him at the Wrestlecentre show in the summer of last year, presenting him the Slam Hall of Fame plaque. So condolences to his family and fans. I personally remember going to the REW shows years ago as a fan, And one of the things we went to do was just to razz Frank the ref. So a little bit of history with Frank there, but sad to hear that he passed away. So condolences to his family and friends and fans. Well, and that on a sad note. Sorry, guys. But that's it. And
we kept it under an hour. Hooray.
We did. That was our goal.
Yay.
Little taste of Wrestlecentre podcast for everyone. We'll do another one. Hopefully we'll get Steve.
No, I'll just come through. We've got Steve on the line ready to go, but we are out of time. So we're going to have to get him next time.
Next time, bud.
Next time.
Steve. Any last remarks from you two Yahoos before we...
Come to the Rain Men games. For the love of God, Halifax.
Can we get free tickets?
No one's going to pay $20 to see a basketball game.
People paid $20 to see a wrestling event.
A lot different and a lot better.
If the basketball players start...
Follow the Rain Men account on Twitter. Even at the end of the day, I guess that's all I care about. Follow it on Twitter because I try and be funny. Sometimes I go over the line, and there's usually a wrestling shout-out once a week.
That he does.
There's my pitch. There's my pitch. If you don't want to follow, don't follow. If you got $20 and you want to see a basketball game, it's really good entertainment, and you can be super obnoxious. That's my pitch.
You'd have to be around you.
With that said, this is Wrestlecentre Podcast. Dave, Justin, and Sean / whoever he is this week. We will see you March the 5th. Hopefully you'll see us again before with another podcast. But until then, that is it. Leave comments, hate us, whatever. We love all feedback.
I have self-esteem issues, so definitely drop some hate on the Facebook page.
And stop adding me as a friend. Anyway, that's it.
See ya.
See you guys.